Hi there, Lisa Rana here from Dollhouse Designs, sharing a card featuring the Wish With Your Heart stamp kit from Unity Stamp Company. This stamp set has a few different dandelions or wish sticks with a ton of great sentiments to match. Today's card is all about die cutting and layering. Gets kind of tricky, so I'm using my Misty tool to make it easier on myself. I have all my die cuts ready to go and my stamps set up in my Misty. I have a transparency placed down and I'm just using some black ink so I can get the images of all those stamps to make my stamping easier as I go along. So I'm taking my first die cut and placing it under that dandelion in the top corner here. This is going to be the first and the most prominent dandelion on my card. It's going to be the one that's popped up. So I'm placing that behind my transparency, getting the proper placement, and it's all set to go now. I'm using Gina K inks today and I'm really loving them. The colors are so brilliant and vibrant and the ink formula is pretty amazing. So here we go, stamping off with this first dandelion in my first die cut. Super easy. Next, we're going to use this bigger dandelion on my second die cut, and that will be behind that first one that I stamped, using a different color here, ink in green. Just stamping that twice so I get good coverage of that ink. Now I'm going to lay that first die cut over my image here because I want it to overlap. I want that green dandelion to show up on that first panel. So I'm removing the original one and stamping that again. This is where the Misty really comes in handy. And last, in my third panel, I'm using the little dandelion seeds that are flying away. And then also adding another sentiment to that panel. I'm just using the wishes part of this Happy Wishes sentiment. So I'm aligning up where I want the wishes to be on my panel, tacking that down, and I'm using a little bit of washi tape to mask off the happy part of the sentiment, inking that up, and then don't forget to remove your washi tape. We don't want a big blob of ink where you want your sentiment, and then stamp that down. And now we're ready to assemble the card. I have my card base here in just white cardstock and a standard size A2 card. I'm going to use some Distress ink, spray ink in black soot, and just throwing some ink at my cardstock here, using both a jabbing motion and a tapping motion to get some large blots and some smaller blots. Sometimes I don't get a blot right where I want it, so I'll tap it with the edge of that sprayer just to get a splotch where I want it. Now I'm laying down my die cuts and kind of playing with the alignment before I glue them down. Glue down the wishes panel already, and now the green dandelion, and then I'm just going to pop up this front die cut just to add a little bit more dimension and movement to the card. And last, I have my sentiment pre-stamped and embossed in white on some black cardstock, and I'm just going to pop that up in the bottom here. I felt like this card needed a little bit more black, so I'm adding some black die cut stars using my Tombow mono adhesive glue to glue those down. And still, I wasn't really happy with this card. The background just was too white, so I decided to cut it down and mat it on some black cardstock. To me, I think it looks better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Here is the finished card with 3 tiers of die cut stamping. I love the movement it creates and how the stamps work together on the different levels. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it. Plus, if you have any questions or a sweet comment, post below. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.